pressure warning, do you run them pretty low?
We do it manually. If we go through wheels and tires fast enough where you don't have time to reprogram it every time.
Oh, yeah.
We got Tim Sharp in the Cayman for 6 laps. 4th visit here, so welcome back. We'll do a quick version. Remember to use the cones to your advantage. The green cones show you where you want to go. The orange cones are your braking guides. Don't be shy about braking hard. I'd rather have you brake too much than not enough. Other than that, I'm going to let you drive as fast as you want, as long as you don't make any mistakes. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Now, we do have stability and traction control active, but if either system activates, it means we've done something to go beyond the limit of the car. I'll let you know what you did, but more importantly, how to correct it so you don't have, so you can go faster and not have to worry about the intervening. Power shifters, left is down, right is up. Obviously, between this and the GT3 RS, the shifting is going to be a bit different, but I'll guide you through when to shift up and down. There's going to be a couple times where you may look down and be like, I could downshift, but it doesn't make sense for us to, so I won't have you do it. You ride, so it probably makes more sense. I mean, if you're on a sport bike, first gear will get you to highway speed, but it doesn't mean you're downshifting every time you're going through a corner.
First gear.
Too much torque.
In a 40-mile-an-hour turn, it's too abrupt.
Exactly, and that's what we're going to take advantage of in both of these cars. Last but not least,
do I want to put this in Sport or Sport Plus, or it won't matter if I'm shifting?
Won't matter. Last but not least, we have other cars on track, so if we catch anyone, we'll wait for them to flash their hazards. Somebody catches us, we'll return the favor. We should be able to get some pretty clean laps today. As you can tell, most of the cars are in here, not out there. During the passes, I'll reach across, give you a little guidance to make sure it's safe. Otherwise, any questions?
No.
Ready to go?
Sounds good, yeah.
All right, let's get the car into gear. Let's pull it all the way down and then over to manual. And let's go forward here. Try the brakes at the first 2 smaller cones, see how they feel.
Right here.
Yep. Okay, let's go up to the blue cones. The brakes probably feel a little different from your car since we had different pads on.
Pad composition's probably very aggressive.
We're a little more aggressive. It needs to be able to handle the heat. I'm going to have you wait so we get a bigger gap between us and that Ferrari, and ideally we're not going to catch them at all.
Well, that sounds like a challenge.
Remember, clean is fast.
Right.
Fast is always clean. You ready?
Ready.
Let's go. Look across that first turn-in marker, shift up. At the cone, turn into the left. You want to hug the left here all the way to that next marker. Squeeze the throttle, wait for the cone, turn into the right, and shift. Full throttle all the way down the straight. And shift. Get ready to brake. Start braking. Downshift. Turn into the left. Look across to the right for your exit. Squeeze the throttle. Full throttle. Back on the brakes. Brake hard. Downshift. Turn into the left. Look across to the right for your exit marker. Squeeze the throttle. Full throttle. Then shift. Back over to the left. At the orange cone. Start braking. Brake hard all the way to the cone. Release the brake. Turn in. Squeeze the throttle. And here you want to be in third. Shift up. At the cone. A little bit of brake. Turn into the right. Back on throttle. Full throttle all the way to the markers. Challenge accepted. Back on the brakes. Let's wait for them to let us pass. How's the car feel compared to yours?
It stays a little more planted.
A little different, right?
So suspension feels a little more planted than mine, kind of wanders around.
Wait for them to signal. Wait for that green marker, and
I thought you said we weren't going to catch
left. I was hoping we wouldn't. Shift up at the cone, turn into the right, full throttle. Shift up, let it carry you out, all the way back across to the right. Shift, good. Get ready to brake. Start braking. Downshift, turn into the left, look across to the right for the exit. Squeeze the throttle at the orange cones, brake hard. Wait for the green marker, turn into the left, look across to the right, stay on throttle, full throttle. Then shift, all the way over to the left, so stay in third for the chicane. Okay. Back on the brakes, wait for the marker, look to your apex, turn in, look across to the left, squeeze, balance the car, full throttle, a little bit of brake, turn in, back on throttle, full throttle, full throttle. And brake hard, brake, downshift. Look across to your second apex. So right now you're doing a lot of trail braking with the car. I don't know if you overlap your turn in and braking that much on a bike, but that's what's causing the car to rotate excessively. Downshift, turn in. There we go, much cleaner. Hug the left, stay on throttle, wait for the cone, turn in, full throttle, let it carry you out to the left right now, you're braking and you're turning while you're still braking, so it doesn't respond. And then when you let go of the brake, it just suddenly bites the front end in. That's why the turning is so abrupt there. Cross to your second apex. You're turning now. Squeeze the throttle. Unwind out to the right. Full throttle shift. Get ready to brake. Brake hard. Wait for the marker. Turn it to the left. Gonna hug the left here. Wait for that next marker. At the marker, turn it to the right. Click that apex. Shift up.
Better.
Shift. Brake hard in a straight line. Release the brake, turn in, back on throttle. Keep turning, full throttle, all the way to the right. Brake hard, wait for the marker, look to the left. Squeeze, full throttle, let it carry you out to the right. Shift up. So this time, try to get all your braking up before you turn. So brake hard, brake, release, turn in. There you go, much better. So you feel that stability difference, right? Going faster than everyone else. I can't help you there.
Thanks. All right.
Or don't worry about the traffic. I'll give you another lap. Let's wait for them to signal. And just pass on the inside here. Turn in. Shift.
Pushed a little bit.
Went in harder that time. Back on the brakes. Wait for that marker. Turn it to the left. Across to the right. Squeeze. Full throttle. Back onto the brakes. Wait for the marker. Smooth turn in. Back on throttle. Full throttle. Let it carry you out to the right. Unwind. Shift. Just like before. Brake. Get all your braking nuts. Smooth transition. Good. Stay on throttle all the way through the corner. Full throttle to the markers. Just a little bit of brake. Turn in. Back on throttle. Keep turning. Full throttle. Get ready to brake. Brake hard. Turn it to the left. Cross to the second apex. They're getting sloppy, so he's going to get pushed wide. Shift. Get ready to brake. Brake hard. Just wait for that next marker. Downshift. Pass them out to the left here. Keep going. Keep going. Squeeze the throttle. Look to your apex on the right. It's going to push again. It's pushing because we're not starting as far over to the left, so you're not able to get as much turning done early on. Turn in, clip that apex, look to your exit on the right, squeeze the throttle at the orange markers, back on the brakes, wait for the cone, turn it to the left, crush to the right, full throttle, stay on it, you got it. And shift. Pass the orange markers, get ready to brake. To your apex, squeeze the throttle, stay on throttle here. So here we're doing the same thing. You're braking and turning at the same time. You're hurting our turn in there. Cross to your second apex. Cross to the right for your exit. Stay on throttle. Full throttle. Shift. At the cones. Get ready to brake. Wait for the marker. Remember, clean turning. Sacrifice the left to maximize the right. Squeeze. Wait for the marker. Turn in. Clip that apex. Shift. Unwind. A little bit too much steering there. That's okay.
Still, I was trying to get to the apex. I keep missing it.
Yeah. Back on the brakes. Turn it to the left. Look across to the right for your exit. Squeeze the throttle. Full throttle. Back on the brakes. Wait for the cone. Turn it to the left. Now back on throttle. Unwind. Shift. At the cones. Brake hard. Wait for the marker. Turn it to the right. Look across to the left for your second apex. Turn it to the left. Just a little bit of brake. Back off the brake. Turn in. Full throttle. So that braking zone, we're braking a little bit late, which is why we're really struggling with that turn in. Exit the track to the right here between the blue cones.
Oh, we off?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That was with the extra lap too.
Yeah, thanks. I'm having a hard time hearing you in a couple of spots.
How's the car feel?
It's fun. Yeah, it started, I think, partly because of me, like you were saying, I'm asking too much of the front end in a couple spots.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start feeling the front tires giving up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, like that was my fault. Like, you know what I mean? But very similar to mine. It feels like the suspension's planted better.
Go ahead and take your foot off the brake. Perfect.
Yeah, that's fun. You know, obviously you can't drive
Can't like
that
like
hard
this
on the street, so you never really get a true feel, but the
That's what
car
track
will
is
let you get away with a lot, you know, like
for. It's forgiving.
come in, just let off the brakes and almost back the thing into the turn. There was one time I felt the traction control just like, it was just too sideways, like that turn 5 or whatever way down there, or 4.
Go ahead and turn the wheel all the way to the right for me. The biggest thing that you're struggling with right now is you're trying to do too much with the front. So you're braking, and as you're braking, you start turning the wheel.
In.
And obviously, you're still pushing straight, and as soon as you ease off the brake, it bites in. That's what we want to avoid. Separate the two motions. If you're overlapping, the only overlap you have is to transition a little bit more weight to the front to get a better bite, not to slow the car down. Remember, drive the car like you're riding a bike. You wouldn't be on the rear brake as you're leaning into a turn, or you want to countersteer into a turn because you're just going to low side immediately.
Get everything done, then get the thing to rotate in. Yeah,
the best way to put it is if that rear end gets loose, that's the equivalent of high siding on a bike.
Right.
If you feel the car pushing, that's the equivalent of you low siding on a bike.
Did you do some street bike racing? Know all the terminology. Yeah, that was awesome.